Snapshot 24W13A released just a couple days ago. I'm not going to go over all of the features, but one of them was this brand new potion. The Potion of Wind Charging. What this does is if you splash it on a mob and then you kill it, it'll give off one of those bursts of air like a wind charge does. Now, I'm not a Minecrafter who's super duper technical. I'm pretty mid at redstone. I know basic things about data packs. I'm more of a builder, but even that I'm mid at. However, it did give me an idea for an Elytra launcher. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I use an Elytra launcher when I can literally just use rockets? Well, rockets, even though they're pretty easy to get, you gotta hold in your inventory, takes up another slot. As a builder, I love my inventory slots, I don't want to waste them on rockets. And don't get me wrong, rockets can be really good. They have 3 different levels. We've got flight duration 1, 2, and 3, and flight duration 3 goes up really, really high. However, just let me cook. Non-redstoner does redstone. Now, another thought that you may have is, what about the Elytra launchers that already exist? For example, there's this boat one. I've seen this kind of version multiple times before, where the boats entity cram you and push you out. This specific one, I got the tutorial from Voltrox. There's also this design that uses actual wind charges. This is vertical, matches mine a little bit better. This one only uses forward wind charges. It does give you a really good amount of height. It gets me up to level 18 from level 59, which isn't too bad. That is a good amount of height. This is a really good, just basic Elytra launcher. This works perfectly fine for a very small, rudimentary Elytra launcher. However, you have an Elytra, you're a little further into the game, you probably have the materials to make what I'm about to show you today. So, my Elytra launcher design is this, and I did kind of steal the idea from someone on Twitter. If I can find the Twitter post, I will link it in the description. But this is it. We've got chickens. This is the most basic version of it. You basically just need to have the chickens in this container, lay eggs, it goes straight into the dispenser that detects when there's an egg in it, and just shoots it straight out into this little compartment. And they can't get out because of this half slab on top. Even though they can fit, they don't jump because they can't detect that as being able to walk through. Now for this, the absolute simplest design, I feel like most people would be able to copy what is here, because this is all the redstone there is. One dispenser. That even showed you what happens when someone lays an egg. It goes into the dispenser, it gets detected, and then it gets shot out straight away. So yeah, it's really not that much redstone for the simplest version. All you gotta do to make it an Elytra launcher is splash the Potion of Wind Charging and get a sword with sweeping edge. 3 is preferable, so then you can kill as many chickens as possible. Stab them, and off you go. And I got up to 179 for the Y level. So I went from Y level -56 to 179. So very, very good launcher. It takes 1 Potion of Wind Charging, 1 Sweeping Edge Sword, and a lot of chickens. Now from Y level -56, even if I use the flight duration 3 rockets and fly up, even if I fly from a couple Y levels above and use the flight duration 3 rocket, I do not get anywhere close to 179. And sure, the potion is a little bit expensive, taking 1 nether wart, 1 breeze rod, and 1 gunpowder for 3 potions, but honestly it's not that bad. I'm sure people will find a really good way to farm breeze rods, and so these potions will be no issue. Whether you want to use this launcher or the one with the boats is entirely up to how you see how expensive it is. The boat launcher design uses 108 boats in total, which is quite a lot of wood if you ask me. The other issue with the chicken launcher, I will say, is that you gotta wait a while for the chickens to spawn in from the eggs. But if you see this and you're like, wow, that's really simple, that's too simple, how dare you? I could do much harder redstone than this, why would you give me something so simple? Well, this is the next design for you. This one uses a whole other system so that all you have to do is step on the pressure plate and then just let it launch you. Now this design is the exact same thing, but over here we have a barrel full of the wind charging potions. And on this side, we have a bucket of lava to kill the chickens for you. This redstone is probably really bad. I, again, am not a redstone person. Someone could probably make this a lot more compact than I did, but I think it's pretty good. For me, this is compact redstone. What you gotta do for this one, you crouch, hit the pressure plate, and then jump forward. And off you go. That one didn't launch me as high that time. Again, pretty simple. If you're just watching and then copying what you see here as I do a fly around, you'll probably get it. But I will go a little more into depth later in the video. Oh, and the chickens have escaped. This is like the 5th time I've let the chickens escape like that. Now this next design, as you can see, is just a whole lot bigger. Again, someone could probably find a better way to compact this. I am not that person. I copied 3 tutorials to make this. First of all, we've got this automatic potion crafter. The tutorial that I copied had a button on the front of this chest here, and I wanted it to be fully automatic rather than push a button and it brews it for you. So I added this etho clock, and this cat wandered over to me while I was building the etho clock, so naturally, this is etho. Everyone say hi, etho. I built a hopper clock, and then the timing was wrong because apparently the timing of this relies on how long you press a button for, so I had to make a pulse extender. Listen, there's definitely an easier way to do this and modify it, but I am not that person to do it. But apart from this new lime green section that auto-crafts the potions, the rest of the design is the exact same. You step on the pressure plate, it kills the things, you get launched. That's the design. Absolutely the same. I'm not going to demonstrate it again because it's just the same as this one. This one over here, however, if you wanted to use this launcher more frequently, then you would want more of these chickens to be laying more eggs so that it would be ready more often. Because obviously you gotta wait for the chickens to lay all the eggs. God, there's so many. Obviously this uses up a lot of entities. However, if you're going to be using the Elytra launcher frequently, you probably want more eggs to be laid, so just add more modules. You could even fill it in here and open that up. Oh, I don't know if that helped the cramming. Oh, I don't think that helped. I think more chickens are dying. And of course, exact same system as the other one. Step on the pressure plate, line yourself up, it burns them, and you get launched up. The only difference in this one is that you get more eggs, so you can use it more frequently. Maybe put a lid on it. Oh, there's chickens everywhere. Oh boy. Oh, there was like... That was sick. And of course, you could always attach the potion maker onto the multiple chicken pens, so that way it auto-crafts the potions and you can use it more frequently because there's more eggs going into the machine. I also did some test launches just to see how far it boosts. So if we have my little launcher here, I launched myself from the coordinates 118, -56. The furthest I got horizontally was to 2,271. 2,271 was the furthest I got along the x-axis. And along the vertical axis, the y-axis, I got as high as 390. Now, because of where I started the launch from, that means that I actually could get as high as 446 Y levels. So theoretically, if you launched yourself from Y level 0 up, then you could reach 446 as the maximum Y level. Now for the X level, I got 2,153 blocks forward. You could probably go further, but I am bad at Minecraft. Now, on the automatic chicken launcher that you step on the pressure plate for, you do not get launched as high. I think that's to do with the wind charge. I believe it's got something to do with the player actually killing the mobs compared to environmental damage or something along those lines. Maybe Mojang will change that in the future. I doubt it, but keep in mind that you are paying a little bit of a price for not having to carry around a potion with you. And of course, if you have any way to improve my design, feel free. Now let me take you through the building process. First you want to make like a little U shape and then bring out the platform like that in front of the U. And bring it up one more either side. And on the back, just place a temporary block so you can put your dispenser down, and then you can break that. On the bottom of the dispenser, you can place your platform. This needs to be basically 9 blocks, so a 3x3 square. On the 3x3, you place your comparator coming out of the dispenser, and then redstone dust, repeater, and then redstone going into the back of the dispenser. You don't need to set a tick for this. Instant is fine. Place your hopper on top of that dispenser, and then you can place your glass tube. And that is where you fill all the chickens in. The last step is to just grab your slab and put it there, and there you go. That's the launcher. And of course, if you want to have that slab to line it up, put it on the top half at like 2 blocks up. Here. Kind of lines yourself up so you go vertically a bit more than horizontally. And that's it. That is the most basic version. Now if you want to make the semi-automatic chicken launcher, put a piston underneath the block that has the slab, and then a redstone block. Place 2 more blocks and break that one in the middle, and off of that you want to make a U shape that has a 2x2 in the middle. Make sure that the piston is on the bottom left corner, and place 1, 2, 3 repeaters, and pull them all back. Place 1 repeater there and just pull it back the once. Place another block here with a redstone torch coming out the back of it. A block on top of the redstone torch with another redstone torch coming off the side of that. This is where your second dispenser is going to go. You can come up the top here and place on top of the redstone torch. This dispenser is the one that fires the potions, so you can place a hopper and then a barrel on top of the hopper to store any extra potions. And make it easier to refill, because you can actually see the barrel from here and reach that. Now come back down to this bottom U shape again. You want to place redstone dust here and then another block there with a redstone torch on the top side of it. And place your observer facing the redstone torch with this red side facing up, or the arrow facing up. You want to place another block here with a redstone repeater going in and some redstone dust right on top of the observer. And this repeater should be pulled back once. Now you can go into the inside area here and place another dispenser off of that repeater so that it's facing inwards. Now, this dispenser you just placed is going to have a lava bucket in it, and remember to stock your barrel with all of the potions. And, most importantly, put a pressure plate down. That way you can actually activate it. So, I've halved the tick speed, let me show you a little bit slower. You step on the pressure plate, which pushes that piston down, and activates the redstone torches to release a potion. Also, when you step on the pressure plate, the same piston activates those repeaters that activate the lava bucket. Now, because this is a observer, it detects when the redstone torch both turns off and then back on again, which is why it pulses on and then it retracts the lava back and pulses off again. Am I using the correct redstone terms? Probably not. Again, I'm not really a redstoner. Hopefully this tutorial has helped you out a little bit, and hopefully it will still function by the time the update actually releases. And once again, I'll leave a link in the description to that boat launcher and the automatic potion crafter, which is actually tileable. Thank you for helping me out, Etho. Say goodbye to the viewers now. Thank you. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, or if it was a helpful tutorial for you. And of course, if any redstoners are watching this and they're cringing painfully, feel free to let me know how bad I made you cringe. Hi Etho. And if you're looking for any survival Minecraft content, I have a Minecraft server, Project Island. But make sure you go check that out, and I'll see you in the next video, which will probably be Project Island. Okay, cool.